Welcome back. Today we are diving into one of the most fascinating dynamics in modern football, administration mixed with rivalry. Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola has made a surprising admission. He enjoys watching Arsenal play and even says he learns from them. Yes, the master is still studying. But here is the twist. His team is chasing them down in one of the most intense Premier League title races in years. So what exactly does Guardiola see in Arsenal? Why are they being criticized despite leading the league? And could their biggest strength also be the biggest weakness? Let's break it all down. Pep Guardiola didn't hold back. I enjoy watching them. I learn a lot in many things. That is not polite praise. That is deep respect. When Gudiola says he is learning, it matters. This is a coach who has revolutionized football across Spain, Germany, and England. So what is Arsenal doing that stands out? He points to something deeper than tactics, something emotional. They have something that makes them unique. 22 years without winning the Premier League. That anger, that history, that pressure. Guardiola knows it well. He's been there before, arriving at Manchester City when expectations were sky high, but legacy was still being built. He understands what that first title feeling means. Let's look at the numbers. Arsenal at top of the table, 6 points clear, competing for a Premier League plus Champions League double. That is a title territory. That is elite territory. They have been consistent, resilient, and incredibly hard to break down. And they have been consistent and incredibly hard to break down, but that this is where things get interesting. Their style has drawn criticism. 30% of their league goals have come from set pieces, only 2 open play goals in their last 5 matches. That is unusual for a title contender. Some critics argue they've become too reliant on dead ball situations. Their attacking fluidity has dipped their grinding results rather than dominating. So the question becomes, is this tactical revolution or a warning sign? There is another layer here. The relationship between the two managers, Mikel Arteta and under Guardiola. He was his assistant, his student, his protege. Now, he is his rival. And not just any rival, possibly the one best equipped to challenge him. Arteta has adopted positional play principles, but a disciplined defensive structure, added physical and set piece mastery. But he also adapted, and that is key. Where Guardiola seeks control through possession, Arteta is showing he's willing to win however necessary. That is why Guardiola says he's learning, because Arsenal aren't just copying City, they are evolving beyond them in certain areas. Last weekend changed everything. Arsenal suffered a shock defeat at home to Bournemouth. Suddenly, their title probability dropped from 97 to 87. Manchester City jumped from 3 to 13. Then City responded with a statement win at Chelsea. Momentum shifted, and in a title race, momentum is everything. Guardiola admitted, a month ago I thought we would not be up, but now they have a chance, and it all comes down 2-1 match. Arsenal travel to the Etihad, second versus first, pressure versus belief, history versus momentum. Gudiola didn't sugarcoat it. It is over if we lose. That is how big this is. For Arsenal, avoid defeat and the title is almost theirs. For City, win and the race is wide open. There is also physiological edge. City beat Arsenal 2-0 at Wembley recently. They have been here before many times. But Arsenal have something City don't right now. Urgency, a 22-year wait. Arsenal of a sense of destiny. Gudiola says the key isn't emotional, it is exhaustion. It is about how we approach tactically and mentally. So, what does that mean? For City, control possession, break down Arsenal structure, avoid set-piece situations. For Arsenal, stay compact, maximize dead ball opportunities, manage the occasion. This isn't just football, it is chess. Here is the paradox. Guardiola admires Arsenal, but he must destroy their dream to keep his alive. He respects their hunger, but cannot be overpowered his experience. And maybe that is what makes this so compelling. This is just a title race. This is not just a title race. It is teacher versus student, control versus adaptability, legacy versus breakthrough. By the end of this Sunday, everything could change. Or nothing could. But one thing is certain. Guardiola will be watching closely, learning, even while fighting. Let us know your thoughts. Can Arsenal hold their nerve? How will City strike again? And remember, sometimes the biggest compliment in football is when your rival says they are learning from you. Thank you for joining, and don't forget to subscribe if this is your first time here. We will see you after this big match that decides who takes it all. Remember,